Hi, welcome to Lecture 2, Preparation for Using Microsoft Azure. In this lecture, we will create trial Azure environment for hands-on trainings of following lectures. We can create a trial environment with 4 steps. First of all, creating a Microsoft account. And then, we use the account to sign into the developer program dashboard from Microsoft website. After confirming your Azure tenant with Microsoft 365 Admin Center, let's create Azure subscription from Azure portal as the final step. Let's create Microsoft account to sign into the developer program dashboard from Microsoft website. This is the website on account.microsoft.com. Click Create a Microsoft account. Click Get a new email address. Input new email. Click Next. Input password. Click Next. Click No. This page is Microsoft Account Home. Our Microsoft account is in the red rectangle and we use it to sign into the developer program dashboard in the next step. Next, we will sign into the developer program dashboard with our Microsoft account we created. And then, we will set up our Microsoft 365 E5 sandbox to build Azure tenant. We can confirm the tenant from Microsoft 365 Admin Center. To build trial environment, we will sign into the developer program dashboard. Click Join the Microsoft 365 developer program. Click Join Now. Sign in with our Microsoft account we have already created. Click Next. This is the page to join the Microsoft 365 developer program. Select your country region. Input your company name that you can specify freely. After selecting language preference, click Next. Click Next. Click Save. This is the page to set up our Microsoft 365 E5 sandbox. After setting up, We can confirm Azure Tenant from Microsoft 365 Admin Center. In this demo, Instant Sandbox will be selected, but if you want to configure your own sandbox, that means trial environment from scratch, you can select Configurable Sandbox below. Click Next. Select country region for your data center. Input admin username. This user is the administrator for your tenant. Click Continue. After identity verification, we can set up the trial environment. Click Setup. Congratulations! We have built the trial environment and the domain has been assigned for this demo. This domain is managed by the administrator account. Click Go to Subscription. Sign in with the administrator account for the tenant. We reached Office365.com. We can move on to Microsoft 365 Admin Center from this page. This page is the Microsoft 365 Admin Center. In this page, we can manage users, groups, roles, licenses and so on for the tenant. In active users, we can confirm the administrator account we have created. This is the administrator account. We will use it to sign in Azure portal. So, let's sign into Azure portal and create Azure subscription. In order to use Azure resources, Azure subscription is needed. Azure subscription is associated with payment method. Let's access to Azure portal. Sign in with the administrator account for our tenant. This is Azure portal. However, we don't have a subscription, so we can't create any Azure resources including Azure SQL Database. Let's create a subscription. Input subscriptions to the search box above. Click Add. In this demo, selecting free trial. You can choose a preferable one from choices. Input profile. After identity verification by CRUD, we can confirm our new subscription. This is the subscription. In this demo, it is named Azure Subscription 1. We will create some Azure resources associated with the subscription. We have created Azure Tenant and Subscription. In this demo, Tenant is named indian7.onmicrosoft.com. It is managed by administrator account we have created. And also, subscription is named Azure Subscription 1. We will create Azure resources associated with a subscription. Azure Tenant is paired up with Azure Active Directory. Azure Active Directory, Azure AD, is Microsoft's cloud-based identity and access management service, which helps your employees sign in and access resources. You can confirm the information of Azure AD by Azure Portal. This is Azure Portal. Input Azure Active Directory to the search box above. In this page, we can confirm the information of the tenant, tenant name, tenant ID, primary domain name and so on. In Users pane, we can confirm the administrator account. In Azure Role Assignments pane, we can confirm that the account has owner role for Azure Subscription 1. Thank you for taking your time on Lecture 2. Let's move on to Lecture 3, Deployment of Azure SQL Database.